Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. It's not surprising the ambush suspect from Monday's Far North Dallas standoff expressed anger about the government and politics before he snapped. That is according to a close friend. That friend says 60-year-old Douglas LeGuin had recent health issues, including depression. LeGuin is charged with 7 counts of aggravated assault on a public servant. Natalie Solis joins us with more from LeGuin's friend in a story you will see only on Fox 4.
Well, Clarice, Lee Bamberg was neighbors with LeGuin for 16 years. He describes him as his best friend until Bamberg had to move away, and then he said they had a falling out. They haven't spoken for several months. But Bamberg does say, on the one hand, he never thought LeGuin would go that far. On the other hand, he's not surprised.
Well, obviously, it's a search for attention, which means that he couldn't get anybody to listen to him, I think.
Lee Bamberg, a longtime friend of 60-year-old Douglas LeGuin, accused of ambushing first responders Monday outside a high-dollar North Dallas home.
This is now Dougie's stand right here. We got to keep out sign.
LeGuin told a 911 operator he planned to take it over to use for his own sovereign nation called Dougie-stan.
I guess he's finally had enough. I wasn't surprised.
Not surprised because Bamberg says the two had spent hours over the years in deep political discussions. He describes LeGuin as a left-leaning libertarian, fed up with inaction. On Tuesday, the American flag still flying upside down at LeGuin's Corinth home.
He is not anti-government. He is not anti-American. And he wants you to start thinking and to stop letting other people think for you. I think he wants you to listen and go vote.
Bamberg says LeGuin's health was declining, a diabetic whose hands developed tremors, and that may have contributed to the bouts of depression, which LeGuin's wife described to Corinth police. Bamberg says LeGuin depended on his hands to install high-end lighting, like chandeliers, and thinks that's how LeGuin may have become familiar with that posh North Dallas home. Bamberg listened to the entire 911 call. He says LeGuin sounds lucid.
A person with mental clarity and a handle on the situation, that is to say, this is not something that is happening to him. This is something that he is doing.
He fired at first responders. Do you think he intended to hurt anybody?
I don't think he intended to hurt anybody. I think those actions were probably meant to prolong the standoff because he'd hit him if he meant to. He knows how to shoot together.
Still, 2 bullets hit a fire truck, another hit a squad car, and LeGuin told the 911 dispatcher he was shooting the propane tanks set up around the property. As for Dougie-stan,
you cannot get this guy to not joke around.
But Monday was no laughing matter. If LeGuin was just making a statement, it came with a price.
He's thrown his life away now, and it's obviously sad for his wife.
All right, well, today we also received the police report from the Corinth Police Department. Remember, it was LeGuin's wife that called them initially because she was concerned. It fills in a few details about LeGuin that day. We now know that in addition to the AK-47 and the propane tanks that LeGuin took from his home that morning, he also took with him 750 rounds of ammunition. Clarice?
Natalie, with the talk of depression, do we know if LeGuin ever got treatment for it?
Right. Well, I did ask Bamberg that question, and he says that he didn't think that LeGuin's level of depression was to where it had become debilitating for him. But again, it's been several months since he's seen him. Although Bamberg did say that he thought that LeGuin needed help, although that was something that LeGuin simply would not consider. And to Bamberg's knowledge, LeGuin never did receive any treatment. Clarice?
All right, Natalie, thank you.